Hi guys, my name is Gilad. I'm a development manager at ParaZero. In this video, I will show you how to install the ParaZero SafeAir M200 on the DJI Matrice 200 series drone. First thing I'll do is an unboxing of the system. This is the box. Now I'll show you how to open it. Inside the box, you have some instructions on how to go to our website and get the instruction manual. This is the parachute system. Before I start, there are a few important notes I have to make. This is the safety pin. It prevents the system from activation and also power-ups the system. Do not remove this pin unless specified otherwise in the video. This is the safety cover. It prevents the system from deployment and also used for transportation and storage. Do not remove the safety cover unless instructed otherwise. In addition, on the bottom, you can see we have 3 connectors, a 4-pin connector, a 3-pin connector and a 2-pin connector. The 2-pin connector is used to connect the parachute system, the 3-pin connector is used to connect the FTS system, and the 4-pin connector is used to connect the optional RC cable. These are the batteries. This is one of the batteries. This is the Terminator M200. This is ParaZero's flight termination system for the M200 drone. This is the battery charger. This is the mini USB cable. It is used for data management and firmware updates. This is the mini USB cable. It is used to activate the battery charger. This is the provided tool set for the installation. These are cable straps. We use these to secure the cables on the system. You get 2 of these in the pack. This is the optional RC cable. It is used for manual activation of the system. The next item is the set of screws and washers. Now we have a few types of screws in the system. The first type are these 2 long screws. We use these screws to install the Terminator, the flight termination system. The second type are 4 thumb screws. We use these screws to secure the system to the mounting plate. The next type are these 6 screws used to connect the legs to the body of the drone. And now we have 2 types of washers. The first type are these spring washers. They're a bit smaller than the second type. And the normal washers that are a bit larger on their perimeter. The last item in the package are the 2 mounting legs. It's important to distinguish between the legs. One has the letter R on it, means it's on the right. And the other one has the letter L on it, meaning it's on the left of the drone, and we'll explain later how to address these labels. After we understood what's in the box, now we're gonna go through a step-by-step process of showing you how to install the system on the drone. The first step will be to install the mounting legs on the drone. The second step will be to connect the flight termination system to the drone. The third step will be to connect the electrical wires of the system. And the last step will be to connect the actual parachute system to the drone. Okay, the first step will be to connect the mounting legs to the drone. For this step we will need the following items. We're gonna need the 2 mounting legs, the 6 screws with the washers from both types, the spring washers and the normal washers, and we're also gonna need to use the small Allen wrench. And of course we can't do this without the M200 drone. This is the drone. Now the first thing we're gonna do is identify how to install the legs. As I mentioned before, we have a right leg and a left leg with the L and R labels. The way you position these is to take the drone, and this is the front of the drone where the camera is, opposite to the batteries. The leg that says right goes to the right of the drone. The leg that says left goes to the left of the drone. Now the first part will be to take out the rotors, and we're gonna place the drone upside down in order to take apart the legs and install the mounting legs. And now I'm gonna flip the drone upside down like this. I'm gonna take the Allen wrench and I'm gonna take out the legs. And I will take apart the joints on the side. Okay, now after I remove the joints, I'm gonna take the legs and position them as I instructed before. This is the left leg because the drone is upside down. I'm gonna take the leg and place it like this. And now I'm gonna take one of the screws, and it's very important to place the spring washer before the normal washer when I put it on the screw. After I position it like this, I'm gonna put the screw inside, take another one, and again put the spring washer, and then the normal washer. Put it on the other side of the joint. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I can place it back here using the same Allen wrench. Tight it loosely so it is positioned, and then I will take the third screw and insert it as well. Okay, that's good enough. Now I take another screw, put the spring washer, put the normal washer, and place it in the third hole like this. Now I'm gonna close all three washers and screws. Now I'm gonna tighten the screws to make sure they're secure. And I'm going to repeat this procedure on the other side for the other leg, like this. Okay, now the mounting legs are safely secure. Now I'm going to put back the drone legs and flip it back on its legs. This is the second step. The purpose of this step is to install the terminator. That's the flight termination system. It's this component with the red cover. The purpose of this component is to stop the motor engines in case of a critical malfunction. Parts we need for this stage are these two tools, the two long screws, and the terminator. So the first thing we'll do is to rotate the drone because we need to install it right here above the battery compartment. I'll start by taking apart these two screws that hold these two arms together, like so. Okay, now we're gonna take apart the second screw. Okay, now we're gonna install the terminator. This part, the round part, goes right above the battery release button, and these ears go on the base of the arms, like so. Okay. Make sure that the holes are aligned. And now we take the two screws and the nuts from the original screws. We put the nuts back in this tool. We're gonna push the screws all the way in. We're now going to secure the screw all the way. Once it reaches the other end, I'll put the nut. Okay, that's the first one. Now the second one. And I firmly secure both screws. Okay, so now the terminator is installed. You can notice this lever here. The purpose of this lever is to stop the batteries from falling out, because once we trigger the system, this mechanism, it will actually press the battery release button and pull the batteries out. So in order to put it down, there's a small knob right here. I pull it towards the center, and then I can pull the lever all the way down, like this. Okay, so now we finished the second stage. We have the terminator installed, we have the mounting legs installed, and the next part will be to connect the wires to the system itself. The third step will be to connect the terminator system to the parachute system. To do that, we have a 3-pin connector on the bottom. We take this cable coming out of the terminator and we simply slide it in. Notice there's a little connector here on the top to help you with the alignment of the connector. You put it in, you hear the click sound, and then all you do is to place the system like this. Now we'll use the two straps to secure the cable on the body of the drone. The first one will be on the base of the arm, like here. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one will be on the mounting leg on the side. Like so. This is the fourth step. The purpose of this step is to connect the parachute system to the mounting legs. The relevant parts for this stage are the 4 thumb screws and the 4 spring and regular washers. Before I start, I will show you that there are actually 2 ways to install the system. You have a front and rear position. These 2 holes can be aligned with 2 pairs of holes on the mounting plate, so it can be installed like this or like this. It depends on your application and your preference. So after I place the system on either hole, I take a thumb screw, a spring washer, and a regular washer, and I simply insert them into one of the holes, and then I secure them like so. So that's one. That's the second one. When I put the thumb screws at the beginning, I only do it loosely so I can adjust the system and the location of the other holes. That will be helpful when I try to place all 4 of them. And the last going here. Okay, now after all 4 are inserted, I will tightly secure them. And now the system is fully installed on the drone. Okay, so let's summarize what we did so far. The first thing we've done is to install the mounting legs on the side here and on the other side of the drone. Then we installed the terminator. We connected the terminator to the parachute system, and the last stage was to install the parachute system on the top of the drone. Now your ParaZero SafeAir M200 is installed and ready for action. The next stage we're going to talk about how to activate the system. So first we're going to discuss the batteries. You get 3 batteries in the pack. This is one of the batteries, and you get the charger. I'm going to connect the charger to the USB cable. When it powers up, you'll see a light sequence on the bottom and this blue light on the top indicating that it's connected to a power source. Now it's important that before you go to flight, you charge each battery for at least 2 hours by connecting it to one of the 4 perimeter connectors, like this. If the light turns on, it means that the battery is charging. If the light is off, it means that it finished the charge. Now if you want to check what's the battery level, I connect it to the central connector, like this. And I click on the center of the charger. You'll see a battery sequence, and then if the battery is okay, the light will be green. If not, it'll be either yellow or red. Before using a battery on the system, make sure that the light is green. Do not fly with a yellow or red light. It is not recommended. Okay, before proceeding, we're gonna make sure one important thing, the safety pin is all the way inside. And now we're gonna take off the safety cover. And I'll show you how to insert the battery into the system. You can notice on the side you have a little door with a knob here. To open the door, you turn the knob upwards like this, and then the door will come out. Inside this compartment is a short cable that you take out with your finger. It has a black connector on the end. You take the battery and you connect the 2 cables like this. It's important to check that it's safely connected inside. Now when you want to put back the battery, you push this to the side of the compartment. Notice that there's a release handle here that you can use to pull the battery out. So this must face outwards, so it will help you pull out the battery. You push this inside, push the battery inside as well, leaving the release handle in this position to allow us to pull it out with ease, and we fold the cable on top of it. Now to close back the door, we put it in this position. It's important to close the door to maintain the IP43 protection. So now the door is closed and the system can be operated. Before you proceed to your pre-flight check, it's important to make sure that this lever is all the way down, as we mentioned before. And now we're going to discuss about the safety pin. It has 2 positions. The first position powers up or down the system, and the second position disconnects the parachute from the system, preventing it from being activated. Now we're going to power up the drone. And activate the system. To activate the system, we pull the pin all the way out. It's important that before we do that, we make sure that there's a 3-meter security parameter around the system, and then we can pull out the safety pin and activate the system. Once the system powers up, the LED here will turn yellow until the initialization process is complete. Then the LED will be blue and you will hear a single beep sound. After the LED turned blue, you're cleared for takeoff. When the system takes off and it reaches about 8 meters in the air, it will automatically arm itself. When the system arms, the LED will be green and you will hear a long beep sound. When the system is armed, it will automatically trigger if any malfunction is detected in the air. And once you want to take down the drone and land it, it will automatically disarm when it hits the ground after about 3 seconds. When the disarm procedure occurs, it will turn purple and you will hear 2 long beeps. And once it's disarmed, the system is safe for approach. After the disarm indication appears, what you will do is to insert the safety pin all the way inside. So once it's inside, you will see that the system turns off and the LED turns off as well. Next, we will put the safety cover . And now the system is safe and secure. Fly safely, fly SafeAir.